Dark Shot at 440 on the fixed odds. Was able to get up and beat One Org, who was well thought of at longer odds as well. $4 Heaven's Gate, Ready to Fire. He's got right out to $12 here. Indy Pacific 440. Friars Luck is also out the gate at $10. So we're not too far away from a start. The lucky last on the program, Friars Luck, who came from last to win at the last meeting here. The lights are on, stand by. Away and racing. Beautiful Dispatch once again at the 1600 metre point. Coming out quickly is Heaven's Gate from out wide on the track. Handled is showing speed and it's going to kick up. Illuminize, Call to War going forward. Then Ready to Fire. They were followed then by Celtic Wizard, and Heaven's Gate now drifting back midfield. He's on the outside of Beyond a Love. Then came Bohemian Lass, and they were followed then over on the outside here by Indy Pacific. A further 2 lengths to get round it, and Friars Luck is at the tail of the field. Well, bowling along down the back of the track and handled out in front. Illuminizer second at the 1000. Call to War third. Then Ready to Fire. Well placed fourth from Celtic Wizard. Heaven's Gate the outside. Beyond a Love, Indy Pacific, Bohemian Lass. Then Get Round It, and Friars Luck's ahead away on the inside at the tail. 750 metres left to go, and handled. A Fernie Runner out by 2. Illuminizer second. Then Call to War third. Still on the inside then is Ready to Fire, and a further length to Celtic Wizard. Heaven's Gate the outside. Beyond a Love moving up 3 wide from Bohemian Lass. Indy Pacific as well back with Get Round It, and Friars Luck at the tail. 400 metres left to travel, and it's handled out in the lead. Been there all the way. Shows the way from Illuminize on the outside running second. Then came Call to War, and they were followed then by Heaven's Gate. Hooked to the outside from Ready to Fire. Beyond a Love is coming with a strong run on the outside. Beyond a Love inside the 200 went up with Heaven's Gate. Then came Handled and Bohemian Lass. It's Beyond a Love and Heaven's Gate. Heaven's Gate, Beyond a Love. Beyond a Love doing too well. Beyond a Love wins it by a neck on the line from Heaven's Gate. Bohemian Lass has run third, tight for fourth between Celtic Wizard. Ready to Fire was out wide. Handled was on the inside. Then came Indy Pacific. They were followed by Friars Luck, Illuminize, Get Round It, and Call to War at the tail. Beyond a Love has got up in the last here. Coming with a good run on the outside, trained by Jeff Eels down here locally. And a treble to Matt Ortier has got up on the outside to beat Heaven's Gate. And another strong performance here, so congratulations to everyone concerned there. Horse coming down to Esperance, trialled reasonably well a couple of weeks ago, and it's its 4th win from 38 starts. Beyond a Love. And it's proved too strong on the outside. Heaven's Gate's run a good race for Elisa Staples, but riding treble there to Matt Ortier. The 7-year-old Boa Brown Golding by Lonro out of High on Love. Well bred is owned by Mary Eels. Charlie Osmedi, K. Rule and Jeff Eels, trained by Jeff Eels, and Matt Ortier, the winning jockey here on Beyond a Love. Second, number 2, Heaven's Gate, 4-year-old Bay Gelding by Dylan Thomas out of Kim Heaven, is owned and trained by Jane Hossel and Lisa Staples. Good game effort. Third goes to number 10, Bohemian Lass, trained by Helen Harding, ridden by Brodie Kirby. And fourth in is number 3, Ready to Fire, ridden by Lee Newman. 9, 2, 10 and 3. 9, 2, 10 and 3. The numbers after the final event on the program. Congratulations there to Jeff Eels, and a great day for Matt Ortier getting it home over Heaven's Gate. Lisa Staples. Third, 10, Bohemian Lass, and fourth in is Ready to Fire. 9, 2, 10 and 3. 9, 2, 10 and 3. We'll have those margins and time very shortly after the final event on the program. Don't forget the Boxing Day meeting is the next one coming up here from Esperance. We're just about to get those margins and times through. That's 135.71. 135.71 the time. It's a neck by 1 3/4. A neck by 1 3/4 there after the final event on the program. 9, 2, 10 and 3. Neck by 1 3/4 time. 135.71. Beyond a Love wins the last.